Hi, I'm Jennifer Reinhart, and I am here at Ecowisewellness. Thanks for joining me and my channel. Today, I just wanted to pop in to talk a little bit about the process of change and creating the reality that we choose to see. So, there's a lot going on out in the internet worlds, and there's a lot of disclosure that's happening. There's a lot of awakening and awareness that's going on that is really big and really freaking heavy at times. Um, I started tapping into these truths and awarenesses really young. And I started at 17 studying holistic health and wellness and alternative healing and shamanism and all the things that nobody was talking about back then. So, yeah, it made me a little odd at the time, but there's always a reason and a purpose, right? So here we are, we are all in the midst of these changes that, a lot of these things I've personally have gone through, and now I'm seeing the micro macro, I'm seeing our entire globe go through this right now. So, um, what I want to share is my personal perspective on this and just sort of summarize it. A lot of people are saying, oh, you can't deny the negative. You can't deny the negative. You only deny the negative, you're just going to get more of the negative. You're just going to get more. That doesn't work for anyone. And in some ways, that's true. Um, in some aspects, yes. And in the aspect of creating polarity. So if we just negate the negative and deny it and pretend it's not happening or resist it, yes, we are going to give it more energy because resistance, when you push against, you're using energy. You give it more energy. So that resistance, that negating, that pretending it doesn't exist, that makes it worse. So there can be the equal opposite of that, in my perspective, with the polarity, is that if we are overachieving it, we're constantly focusing on it, we're constantly trying to change it, we're constantly acknowledging its existence and that it is real, then we continue to fuel its fire as well. So where do we come to a balance with this? And this is where neutrality is actually very beneficial as a step in the journey, a step in the process. So, and that means, and to get to neutrality, we actually have to do some of the inner work. We have to do our own inner work. And without getting too scientific and deep, quantum physics and in the realm of energy psychology, which I teach about because I've been using and studying this for the last 10, 15 years extensively. But what they have taught in these fields of science is that we can affect our outer world by affecting our inner world. So when we do that, we mean by doing the inner work is that we focus on just our aspect of it. How do you feel about a situation? If you have a reaction, if you have a trigger, this is a clear indication that you have an attachment to it. There's a part of you somewhere in your existence. We can start with the present life here now and just focus on that and also our inherited experiences. So there are, belief systems and energies that come in through our DNA, through parasites in our environments. There's all these things that we inherit. But if we've taken them on, then they are ours to affect. So meaning we can actually have effective change because they're a part of us. So as a collective whole, one person can make an amazingly big difference by focusing inward on themselves. So when someone is wanting to me to get on a bandwagon per se, um, it's usually because they are still in the mode of acknowledging and processing a situation. And sometimes they need to work through it in order to get to some sort of sense of awareness and understanding of the whole thing, like to get a deeper understanding of it. But it has to go another step further than that. Otherwise, we just collectively give it more energy. So in my work, I prefer to and I actually have to do this now. This is just where I am in my evolution, is that I do not have, and it's not mine to do anymore, to continue to be a part of just holding space for riling the troops per se. I'm at a place where for people who are ready to and probably need to just come back into their home of themselves and detach from the bigger problems by healing them, how they feel about them with themselves, coming into what using the seven handy shifters, which I call the seven handy shifters: the love, forgiveness, acceptance, understanding, kindness, compassion, and empathy. So having an understanding of these emotional shifters that can transform um, literally anything in energy, um, with processes, and also the energy psychology. You can work with your subconscious mind. So hopefully that helps a little bit to understand where I'm coming from when it comes to processing and creating change. I personally have experienced otherworldly changes by focusing on just this process. Changes that I have seen in my external world that seem miraculous. They seem larger than life at times, and they blew my mind over and over and over and over and over again, which is what we are capable of. And this is why it is so important for us to realize that just one person can make a difference. So thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. I just wanted to share a little bit right now. There'll be more coming from me because it's time to get this this show on the go. So if you'd like to hear more and stay tuned in and get the bells and whistles um, in your on your notifications, please click the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks.